say, but they can't fault you for your honesty. You know, today is Sergeant Mike Stokely's second anniversary of marriage to his lovely wife, Nikki Stokely. They were high school sweethearts. They married 10 days before he deployed, and he was dead 3 months later. And you know, I had an unusual position at that point. I went from being first place to being second place, as it should be when your son or your daughter takes a spouse. That's what it should be like. But he never made me feel like second place, and he stayed in touch, and he told me what life was like in Iraq, and it was hard. It was everything you've heard and more. And what they echoed up here, you know, one of the very things that I felt as a dad, I bought a $4.98 clock from Walmart, and I set it 8 hours ahead to the time in use of field where Mike served. That was so that every time I walked by the open door to his room, I could know what time it was without having to stop and do the math. You know, I had to learn that there was no downtime or safe time around. And I worried, was he getting enough to eat? Was he getting a shower? Was he okay? And I worried about him coming home a shell of a person that left. Or coming home physically maimed or injured. Obviously, I worried about him dying. But in the end, I just did my best to love him and support him. And you know, I didn't know anything about the military. I didn't know anything about the blogging community. And you guys gave me my life back after my son died. Because there were many times I wondered if I had lost my mind. If the feelings I had felt during his tenure in Iraq and the times that came afterwards, I wondered if I had literally lost my mind. Was it normal to feel this way? And I stumbled on the blog community and just happened to express some of my feelings in Greyhound. And from there, I stumbled among other of you. And I went from wondering if I was okay to knowing just how much support and love that you all were prepared to give me and my family. Because I have a duty to keep on being the dad of that family, the husband of that family, and not cave and fold. And it would be easy to do under the stress of losing not only my son, my oldest son, but someone who was a very dear friend, someone who trusted me as his attorney, someone who looked to me for advice. And I looked to be the mainstay of our family well into the future, and to one day be there by my bedside when I became infirmed, and to one day sit by my grave and shed a tear. And that loss cut really deep. But the little boy, don't ask me why I brought this, I just did. The little boy that was born premature, and that was one of his diapers from 25 years ago. Unused, of course. The little boy who couldn't even wear that diaper without it falling off grew up to be a man 6'2", 200 rock-hard pounds, wearing combat boots, serving his country, his friends, and his family, and wasn't afraid to die for that. I'll just close by saying this. I get asked this all the time. Was Iraq worth it? My response is, ask the little boy that became a man. He gave his life. If that's not saying Iraq is worth it, I don't know what else to say. Thank you.